Okay, and you can hear me now? All right, there we go. Beautiful. We have tech gremlins like crazy today, but great to be back with you guys. Welcome, welcome to all of our challengers. I see hands up, questions on the ready. Love to see that. Let's get Jonathan in here. Okay, beautiful. Uh, uh, let's get it cracking, gang. Let's start with Danielle because I believe Danielle is a new face and a new name. So let's go. The order is going to be Danielle, Scott, Mark, and Sayuri. Let's hop into it. Danielle, how are we today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I am living the dream. Is this the first time we're getting to speak?
No, I spoke once before, but I've totally shifted gears, so I need some different direction, please.
Lovely. Let's do it.
Okay, so I have decided that I don't want to teach yoga online anymore. I'm best suited to teach marketing and business, and so
Mm.
I'm helping my first client with rebranding and her funnel. And I need some direction on her course. I think it's priced way too low. And I want to know if we could make it a high ticket offer. And I'd like to know if I should go the VSL route or if I should splice it up and make mini courses. I need to really come up with a direct plan.
Yeah. So what's her course about?
She's a chiropractor, so she has a lot of authority. She just closed her practice after retiring, and her first course is called Calming the Fire, and it's coaching on GERD. I have it all mapped out if that's important, but it's got 8 modules. Each module has anywhere between 3 to 5 lessons. I mean, it's like 40 plus lessons, and I would say hours worth of content, and she's been selling it for 189. And
Oh,
I just think
okay.
it's and a once a week live coaching. I'm like,
So
this
does
is
that
your
come with
high
a
ticket
community
offer.
then? Is she giving community access with the course?
No, she doesn't know how to do that, but I'm going to build out the community. She's just basically doing once a week Zoom Q&A live.
Oh, okay. Here's the deal. Easy, Danielle. She's going to sell that course. She's going to bundle into it a private community only for people who have purchased the course. She's going to go live to that community. So now she's knocking out two birds with one stone, building that community, answering questions, going live. All happens right in there. Bundle all that together. 997 is a starting point.
That's what I was thinking, but I thought we could go higher, like
Pro-
2997.
You probably can. Now, this really comes down to pain, right? Like the more pain that people are in, the more monies we can charge to get them out of that pain. And in no pun intended in this case, because you're dealing with literal pain. Um, but yeah, I mean, I see courses like this go all the time for 5,000. How long do they retain access to the course and the 1 hour lives and all of that?
Here's the thing, she doesn't have any of that. She was really led in the wrong direction, kind of similar to me, and so she's really there. She doesn't have any of the specifics built out. I think it's evergreen, to be honest. They probably get it forever.
Right, 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 right. And then of course you would take that and it would be like, you know, you could do yearly billing and then you would take that and maybe you sell the course with the community and with the lives and all that. Maybe you sell that initially at $5,000. But then from there, just have her do $1,000 a year after that. 'Cause especially if she's already built Evergreen, especially if she's already like in a place where she's like, yeah, I want to go do this thing every single day. Well, then beautiful. She's making almost $100 a month on customers just to be a part of her community, doing the things she's already doing, and she has MRR, monthly recurring revenue. This is like a no-brainer home run, Danielle. Great questions. Keep it going.
So you're saying, because she's got a lot of other courses that she wants to build too. Like in this course, she talks about her next one, which is about leaky gut. And so I'm just wondering if I should just do like a bunch of courses for her. And then what you're saying is everybody that gets into these different courses, because they're all generally health related, goes into the community. And then after, like, we need to cut off the program, like we need to set a time limit on it, and then they only get access to those one-on-ones for that time limit. Maybe it's 4 weeks. And then you're saying if they want to stick around in the community to have like take it to a membership.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 100%. Now, she could just have a yearly offer, right? So it could be yearly access to the community. You pay the 5,000 now, you get the course, the community, and access to a year of weekly live coachings with this chiropractor.
Okay.
And
That's how
then
my other coaches did it, access to 1 year of weekly live coaching. Okay.
yes. And again, that's all in the community. She coaches in the community. So their access to the community and her coaching is so much easier for her to fulfill on. And then you can have it where you set them up on a subscription program where after that first year, they just say, yes, I would like to stay as a part of the membership. And then you can charge them $1,000 for the next year of access to the community.
Yeah. I think at this point, because it's like acid reflux, I don't know if someone's going to want to pay. Just, the point is to get them out of pain, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I could see that for maybe her like weight loss program. That's her like really, really big one.
So
But I think
you're
I want to
absolutely.
sell these. I love where your head's at. That $5,000 I think is going to be her weight loss, because that's like integrative, that you need support. But I want to sell these. I don't call them little because they're definitely not little, but I was thinking somewhere between the 1 to 3,000 for these courses.
Yes, in that case, we could make the product 997, still a course, still a community, still weekly lives, but maybe it's a 6-week program
Yeah.
where they get 6 weeks of lives inside the community. And maybe in this case, maybe you don't even add a community. I would.
For
I would.
997.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I paid $1,000 before for a course and a community.
Yes, that is very, very common practice. $1,000 for a course and a community. But looking at it, community is the new currency, right? So if she can build up community, like think about it. Realistically, she could charge a low ticket retainer, a low ticket monthly after those first, let's say it's a 6-week program. And then she could charge 27 bucks a month so people can retain access to the community. That's so low ticket for what this is. That's such a low price point. I
Yeah.
bet many people don't even ever question it and they just roll right into it. And I would
Yeah.
have to imagine the churn rate on that would probably be 6 to 8 months. Like you're always going to have your all stars that she changes their life and they're going to want to be in the community just because they want to talk about the amazing change and transformation they've had and help others along the way. But I think most people, you could probably get most people to stick around for like 6 months. I would have to imagine paying a low price point like that. And then that's just air money. That's free money, right? It costs nothing. She's already doing the things that she's already doing every single day.
And you think a VSL for sure for the 997?
Yeah, a VSL would work perfectly fine. Does she love to like do webinars or present or anything like that?
Yeah, but she's dry. She needs some work. So I'm going to coach her a little bit.
So,
She's in person. She's way different. On the video, it's bad.
yeah.
We're redoing all of this.
Sure, sure. I do think a VSL would be a perfect funnel for this then. It's a simple funnel. She just has to shoot one video for like 18 minutes as opposed to an hour and a half webinar.
That's how long we think, 18 minutes. So I'm reading 5 to 7.
You can. Danielle, this is such an interesting time in the market. You have some people, it really comes down to her dream customer. If her dream customer is over 40 years old, probably an 18-minute video.
Really?
Yeah, because she can share more. Like she can share her epiphany story. She can share her epiphany bridge as to why she got into this and why she has a passion for helping others solve their acid reflux. Right? She can do all these things in her VSL. The real marketing levers that are going to stir emotions inside of people and prime them to actually want to get this thing. We can do 5 to 7. And I say we're in an interesting time in the market because across the globe, across the board, we're watching companies try and decrease the times of their videos and statements. Across the board, we're watching companies try and write not on a third grade level, but now on a first grade level. So 40 plus still has an attention span. 40 plus can still deal with an 18, 15, 22-minute video and conversions don't plummet. 40 and less, Well, TikTok and GPT have absolutely ruined us, and our attention spans are trashed. So you do want to hit them as quick as you can, simple and concise.
And then as far as the ads for that, you just, what do you think for ads? 30 seconds, a minute, like 2 minutes for the videos?
Yeah, I think so. Probably a simple 2 minute ad. 30
Okay.
seconds, 30 seconds might be. It just so when it comes to the ad, it really depends on our ad, right? It depends on what we're actually trying to convey as a message.
Okay.
I have 100 ideas running through my mind right now. I could see you having success at both, Danielle. I could see a short form video, like a 30-second video. I could see that absolutely doing fantastic. I could also see a 2 minute video doing really well. So feel
Yeah.
free to play with it on that.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
not
do
I'm
some
not so
A/B
concerned about the time as much as I would
testing.
be what pain points are we
Yeah.
calling out? How much customer data do we have? How many hurdles that they experience every single day? And we just need to call those out. And we need to show how we are the solution to the current pain that they're in. If it
Sure.
takes 30 seconds, amazing. If it takes 90, that's okay.
Is there anywhere within this course? I know he had his selling online starting today, but is there anywhere that Russell has resources or this ClickFunnel community for a good VSL template? Because I'm just doing like some general research, and you got every Tom, Dick, and Harry telling you this is my model,
Yes.
which is fine, but if I could have like a great VSL, like I don't need the ClickFunnel. I have templates and stuff, but I like the theory is what I'm looking for.
Yes, great question. If you go to your ClickFunnels account, learn and connect, and then training courses, this will bring you
Yep.
into this screen. Now you'll see a one funnel away. You'll also see a one funnel away 2025. In this
Uh-huh.
2025 version, Russell is teaching perfect webinar, your one to many presentation. But
Oh,
in
okay.
this one funnel away, Russell literally teaches the VSL. He's literally
Mm,
giving you and teaching.
I
So
didn't
if
get
you go
quite
to
through it till I moved into 25. So okay.
there we go. So yes, go to this one funnel away training, start that training. And then when you hop in here, nice, I did, on the expert track, everything here, like day 7 is
Oh,
the
there it
VSL
is. Okay.
page itself.
Perfect.
Day 5 under the expert track, day 5, right down here, you can get the expert funnel template, or we have an entire framework built around this, which is the funnel and the emails and everything else already connected together. But this is quite literally, we're teaching VSL all in this training. So I would tell you to stick to this, and you can use that same exact funnel, just build it out for her chiropractic business.
Awesome. And last question, when you talk about webinar, do you mean the webinar is what they sign up for where you're pitching your course and selling? Like,
No, not quite. The webinar is like your large one to many presentation. Did you see recently Russell did a presentation? Hop in here. Russell did a presentation recently with Zendrop. Did you happen to see that?
I don't remember.
That's okay. That's okay. That was a webinar. A webinar is a perfect webinar. That's Russell's framework for teaching and doing webinars, and that's definitely the best. But a webinar is a one-to-many presentation, whereas a VSL is a standalone video. It's a video that is on your page, and your page breaks down everything in the video, but it's not live. It's not happening
Right.
in the moment. People aren't registering. It's more a la carte. If it's 2 in the morning, they
But
can
are
go
they
watch.
paying for this webinar or no?
No,
This is
no, no,
where
no,
he's
no.
pitching whatever.
That's right.
It's
This
a free
webinar is
webinar.
the attractive bait to get them to join, to find out how to do the thing that they want to do. And then the
Oh,
webinar teaches the tactics, not the strategies. And the webinar is geared to sell your high ticket product, anywhere from $997 to $5,000. The sweet spot in a webinar is 2,000 to 3,500. When I say the sweet spot, really what that comes down to is the cost to acquire a customer, the CTA, and then the revenues that you generate with those higher tickets.
so my question is, do you do both strategies? Do you run like an ad that goes to your sales page just to buy your course, and you try the webinar route, like, hey, attend this webinar, and that's where you pitch, or how do you pick which one to do?
A lot of times that's really going to come down to price point and the skills of the thank you, Scott. I knew I said that wrong. Thank you. In webinars, we teach the strategy,
Okay.
not the tactics. Man,
Makes
that
sense.
just did not sit right. Thank you, Scott. Um, it really comes down to the skills of the person too. Like I love presenting. I love being on camera. I come
Yeah, me
alive when
too.
I'm on camera. So for me, webinars rock. I love them. But
Hmm.
other people don't. And I heard you share that you have a lot of work to do with her. So in
Yeah,
that case, I would start with a VSL.
got
Yep,
it.
you'll make sales with a VSL. You'll have no
I want to
problems.
get her some lift. She did what I did, and she spent like 15 grand, and she's only made like 1,200, and it's like time to get her moving. So, okay, well, thank you. I don't want to take up any more time. I appreciate the direction.
Yes, absolutely. Great
That's where my
questions,
gut
Danielle.
was at, and I needed to just trust my gut. So,
Yep,
thanks.
absolutely. You're perfectly fine. All right. What a great start. Let's hop over to Scott. Hey, Scott, how can I help today?
I had to correct you on that because you and I spent enough time discussing strategy versus tactics, and I wanted you to know I was listening.
And I love that you were.
Okay, I have a technical question.
Sure.
The technical question is, can you use um, target remarketing with ClickFunnels?
Well, not quite. Are you talking about like retargeting ads?
Yes, correct.
Yes, of course you can because you just keep your ads pushed to your funnels. So technically, yes, but we don't make ads in ClickFunnels. You'll make a retargeting ad wherever you're advertising, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, whatever. You
Right.
make that retargeting ad and then push it right back to your funnel URL.
Got it. Got it. And do you have any personal preference to Google AdWords versus Facebook versus Instagram for advertising?
That's a really good question. I don't personally have a preference. I've never gotten Google Ads to be amazing. Yeah, Danielle's like all the above. Yeah, she's right. I've personally never gotten Google Ads to be like just, oh, this is the best thing on since sliced bread. But however, I'm really using regional marketing, location-based marketing. I'm targeting our entire country. Whereas your local electrician, your local plumber, your local service provider, they excel on Google because that's where people are going to Google and typing in plumber near me, electrician near me. So I don't quite have a preference. It just depends on what we're selling. Like if I was going to go sell apparel, let's say I wanted to make a new apparel brand, I would not have my main focus be Google Ads. I would have my main focus be Instagram because that Instagram and Facebook, because that is where I can just get in front of my people as they're mindlessly scrolling and show my brand. For my Google ads to work well with an apparel brand, people would have to be searching for my brand or things similarly related to it, and I would have my keywords that would then get them into my ad. So I don't really have a preference. I like to market wherever my customers are and use the right methods for what I'm trying to sell. What are you trying? What's your thing again, Scott? Remind me.
We're involved in the dental field. So yes, it's local because it's a dentist, and obviously somebody in Iowa is not coming to see a dentist who's located in New York City. So,
Correct.
so therefore we do Google AdWords because that's targeted to this region and this geographic area. But I appreciate the advice.
No,
And
you're great. But Facebook, in that case, Facebook is also great for dentists,
okay,
right?
yes,
Like, um, it all comes down also to intent of search. So again, uh, Google's great because like somebody in the moment, they can, I don't know, have a crown fall out and they could say best dentist in my area. And then great, they can go solve that immediate problem. But what about all the other people? What about all the people that are like, man, I have a cleaning coming up and I don't want to go, but I really don't want to go back to that same dentist because I just hate that guy. Every time I go there, my mouth hurts for weeks and I don't like this to begin with. So they're just, they have an idea in their mind, something that they're looking for, something they're looking to change, a way that you can inject yourself. And that's an amazing way for Facebook ads to work properly. So now
Got
we
it.
can have Facebook ads targeting my certain location, and these can be offering things like free teeth cleanings, free consultations. They could be offering maybe 50% off vouchers on I'll just again say teeth cleanings, because these are now our lead magnets. These get people in the door, these get butts in the chairs. And once I got that butt in the chair as a dentist, I can start upselling them.
Got it. Got it. Terrific. Thanks so much. Appreciate that.
Awesome. You got it. Is that all for today, Scott?
That's it. I'll come back to you with the next pithy question soon.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Okay.
Okay. Let's hop over to Jonathan. He's like, oh, nice. Bingo. Oh, Sayuri is here. No, Sayuri is here. Let me hop over to Sayuri, and then we'll hop over to Jonathan. Hey, Sayuri.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back. That's right.
Yes, so I don't know if you remember my funnel
Oh,
and
yeah.
my your okay, you remember. Okay, great. So my question, I actually have three questions for you. The first one is that you had mentioned to add a countdown timer to the offer page so that it can redirect to the main page. Remember that?
Yes.
So I don't currently have a countdown timer on the offer page. So I would just add it as a regular timer on top of the checkout. Is that correct? How does
Yes.
that work?
I remember
The,
we talked about this. Let me go look at the template, because I don't believe we put our order
I have
form page.
the template that I have is from the funnel builder template.
Yes. Yes. It is, and correct. We don't put the timer. Can you see my screen okay, or is it too small?
I can sort of see it. Yes.
Cool. All I'm really trying to show is in our template, we do not have a timer on the order form. All of my timers on the page, like on my broadcast page and on my replay page, all of those timers are pushing to the order form. So you don't need a timer on your order form.
But what about for it to redirect? Because on the Sunday email, I say today is the last day for you to get this offer. And so if it's Monday and they go to the order form, they're still gonna be able to get it.
Yes, in that case, you absolutely can put a timer on your order form, and you can have them automatically go back to the webinar registration page.
Okay, perfect. And then my second question to you is, every time I do this webinar, am I creating like a new tag? So like, for example, webinar registrants Thursday, May 22nd, and then is that what I'm doing each? So that way I'm keeping them separate?
Yes, 100%. You can just put webinar and then the date of the webinar. You can have it be on that Thursday. Each week, the tags that
Okay.
they get is for the date of the webinar itself.
And so how manual, I'm just trying to figure out like how manual does it have to be versus like evergreen, in the sense of like, you know how in the first confirmation email do you say, I look forward to seeing you this Thursday, May 20th. Am I expected? I just want to have an idea of like how detailed do I have to be in the emails versus how evergreen I can do it. So
Uh,
that I,
we
sorry.
we we can evergreen it. I mean, we can evergreen it, right? I'm looking forward to seeing you this Thursday. Make sure to check your Zoom invitation for all the details. And then they get the invite for that Zoom meeting, which is at that specific date and time. So you could make it really simple in your emails.
Okay, great. And then my last question is my current webinar option. Sorry, it
You're
has a pop.
A-okay.
It has a pop up. Can I show you the pop up so that you can tell me if you would recommend it?
Sure, yeah.
All right, so let me. Yeah, it's okay. Come on, buddy. All right, so I'm gonna get in. All right, so pretty. this something that I'm supposed to keep on the page? Oh no. This pop-up right here?
Yes, I like the pop-up personally. I like the pop-up because I just get to see the numbers and stats on what it does. So what we should add to this pop-up though is more marketing bait. You have just enter your name and email to secure your free spot in this free training. We could add more incentive. Are you giving them any, or is there any bonuses for when they register for the webinar? Are you giving them like a free lead magnet, a free gift of any kind?
Sorry, I muted myself. I do, but that's actually linked in the confirmation email.
Well, let's put it right here because they don't get the confirmation email until they register, and they have to do this to register. So let's put that in our pop-up, a little more marketing bait, because this is just telling them the same thing that they've already seen on the page, and they went to leave the page, and now we're just reiterating the same exact thing we said on the page itself. So let's hit them instead here. Just enter your name and email to secure your free spot in this free training where you'll learn this thing and also receive this special bonus. Put your info below. Oh, brutal. Oh, I think we all know what just happened. I think we went mobile with the laptop and it did not have enough battery. Okay, I don't see her hopping right in. So let's hop over to Jonathan. She will certainly be back. How can I help today, Jonathan?
I just want to share my screen and get in subject matter experts approval, or maybe some last minute changes before we launch. The ad is already set. It's in Facebook, Meta, whatever, and it's going. So
Let's do it.
Looking for some validation, I guess.
Do it.
Screen one, not on the laptop today. A little different. Nope. That's how I found this place. Here we go.
Bingo.
So I'm gonna do it preview style.
Sure. Either one works. Either one works.
So that's the opt-in. And to get the free e-guide, I did check it out, went through it, typed it in. All the stuff works and it functions.
Nice.
Changed some stuff up here on the top, like you had suggested.
Yep. Great headline. Keep scrolling me down. Mm-hmm. Yep, keep going. Yep, keep going. I don't know that we need that image.
Okay.
We're talking about an e-guide, and then
sure.
This looks like we would use this in like a VSL funnel. But for this right here, I don't think you need that video.
Easy peasy. That one.
Nice. And we can get rid of that too.
This
Okay,
one
beautiful. No, that's going to be fine. Keep scrolling me down. Okay. FAQs, nice. And then footer, right? Nah, you're so good. Button at the bottom, because after those FAQs, you might stir with them emotionally. They might want to take action. So we always have our CTAs throughout the funnel. Wherever we might get them to want to do the thing, we put a button so they can do the thing. This is fantastic, Jonathan. Take me up to the top, though. I'm seeing something in the above the fold. Okay, do me a favor. Open up a new browser tab for me, please. And go to what's the URL? Let me find it here. It is I think this is it. Yes. Go to sellingonline.com.
I've looked at it.
Oh, you have. Okay, beautiful. So, what I want to point out here is the difference in the above the fold. Look at how in Russell's above the fold, the only thing he's doing a little different here than normal. My annotate always goes away, doesn't it? It does. Okay, so normally, Russell's above the fold would stop above the speaker's heads down below on a
Okay.
normal funnel that you would see. And that's because, so do me a favor, zoom your screen in, press Command plus once or twice.
I don't have Command. I don't have an Apple.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be like Control plus.
Control plus.
Do it again.
Control plus.
One more time.
Control plus.
Okay, and that was really just to get the speakers' heads out of the way down below. This is typically what Russell's above the fold looks like. And you can see it's clean, it's concise, it's easy to see the message that he's trying to share with you, and also does not show anything else. There's no other distractions or questions. Let's go back to your ClickFunnels account really quick. And look at your above the fold. Right below your button, get your free e-guide. I can see the marketing messaging. Yeah, learn the tactics that sales pros use. Tired of begging. We don't want our marketing and our sales messaging like that to be at the very top in the above the fold, especially with how this is just laid out and designed. So
Okay.
all we need to do is just move everything down, create everything to be a little bit larger, and that'll move the things down on the left-hand side. Because when you see your above the fold, we really see your headline and your button, and then the image on the right-hand side. So it looks just like you see on that Selling Online tab that I have of Russell.
Okay, let me see what it looks like on the preview side. Basically the same. Okay, so all of this right down in here. Like that. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So make this top part up here bigger so it pushes this down.
Yes, 100%. Are you using, you said you mobile optimized as well, Jonathan. So on your
Yeah.
desktop here, you could just move your text, the learn the tactics, tired of begging. You could take all that text and just add some margin to it, and that'll slide it right down. There's a couple different ways that we could go about it, to be honest. Yeah, hop in there and go to that text down below. Yes, click settings on that paragraph. Correct. At the very top is our top margin slider. Slide that all the way right. Let's see if that's enough margin. Probably not. So you can manually type in your margin on the right-hand side where it says 100 pixels. Yeah, you could make it like 250. Right. So we can add a positive margin and it'll drag that down. Feel free to drag it down and then play around with your sizing of your text above and the button just to design it and make it look really pretty so it lays on the eye very simply. Because you can see like your headline is really big, but your subheadline is not that big. Click the button and enter your email. Also, your subheadline is really squunched right onto your headline. So we could make a little margin on our subheadline to create some space. We could make a little margin on our button as well to take up to create some space, and then we can just take up all that blank space that we have right now. Right. Right. Let's scroll to the top. Much better. Clean. It's just clean. People see the above the fold right here, and they're only seeing your messaging. They're only seeing what you want them to see in the hook part of your funnel. You're not introducing any story. You're not introducing any sales messaging, none of that. It's just, here's what I can show you how to do. They're either going to leave the page because they don't care about that, or they're going to scroll down to find more. That's where the messaging is going to be.
Okay. And then, yeah. And then as they scroll down, they see all that.
Correct.
Down to there, FAQs, and then the last button.
Correct.
And then if I go back, So I guess maybe some of the same
They
over
didn't
here.
they didn't request their e-guide. They locked in their e-guide. They claimed their e-guide. So you have thank you for requesting your e-guide. They didn't request that. This is solid. We are locked in now. We're invoking confidence here. Nice.
Did I spell that right? I'm not good with spelling.
Yep, you did.
And so I'm wondering, should I move this section up here a little bit so you could see the rest of this text?
Scroll me up to the top. Let me see. I think you're okay. This is a thank you page. Thank you pages are much simpler. We've already done the thing. So you're probably going to be fine here. Because even in the above the fold, I can see now that you've got the free, and it even gives you a little curiosity, like, oh, what's he saying? Right. It might have me scroll down, but I'm not concerned about this whatsoever. This is perfectly fine.
Okay. And then just all of that there, the extras. And I was listening to what Trey was saying about the channels, and I was like, well, how would I get somebody onto the channel? And then I was like, oh, well, just add it in as a bonus. If you do the thing, you get to be part of the channel and the group.
It's exactly how we make offers, Jonathan. See, because as an affiliate marketing is a very red.
You still there?
Whoa. Can you still hear me?
Now I can. You came back.
Whoa, sorry. I don't even know what that was. I'm gonna have to restart everything. I'm under attack today. I'm under attack. Affiliate marketing is a red ocean. There's been sharks forever, and the muddies are full of blood. So in a sea of red, how do you stand out? Why would anybody want to buy through you instead of the next guy and the next guy and the next girl and the next this and the next that? That's how you as an affiliate now create your own offer. When you buy through me today, you're going to get this and this and this, and you did that beautifully. You're perfect.
Nice. And then I also included a couple of other videos here.
Yep.
Basically, what is ClickFunnels? And then this one was a short of Russell's. He's talking about resistance and, oh, I don't know if I should do it. And so I figured it worked with it. Like, oh, you're facing resistance. I don't know if I should spend the $100. Just spend the $100.
Yep. That's great.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I needed. We'll hit save right there. Bam. And the ad, I don't have the login to that YouTube. The better half, she does all the. I don't have the patience for Facebook. So like they just changed the pixel, like and how you get your pixel. And it was crazy because we just did a new ad campaign for my roofing stuff. So it was like, oh yeah, pixel, whatever, easy. Went to go do it for this. She was like, where's the pixel? What did they do with it? So Zuck and his team are mixing things around in there, and as they always do.
It seems like every week they're mixing something up in there.
Yeah, so it's a whole. You should go check it out. They're putting in the pixel. You got to go like 5 new different paths to get to your pixel to get it on there, and it was
great. I love to hear that. That's awesome. Thanks, Doug. Hey, you have clarity on the funnel, correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. That's my number one chief concern. We have clarity on the funnel. We launched the funnel. Now we're going to get data. We'll get a little bit of data, and we'll make some decisions based on that.
Yep. And the clarity and everything is all plugged in and good to go.
Beautiful. Great stuff, Jonathan. Awesome work.
All right. Thanks.
You got it, man. All right. I can stop his share and bingo. All right, cool. Let's hop over to Mark. Hey, Mark.
Hello. Hey, I don't need to share anything. I'm just from our conversation earlier. This helps other people. So I did some AI stuff in the interim, and the population of my service area is about 1.3 million people. My question is, with Facebook and or Google ads, what kind of goal should I set for not responses or opt-ins, although that could be fine, but like sales? 1%, 3%. I don't know. Just trying to do some goal setting.
Oh, what are you saying? Like, how much of the market should I expect to capture?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think in your first year, 1% of the market would be a great target. Right,
Great.
because you don't have Mattress Mark is brand new. Nobody knows Mattress Mark. You haven't had ads running on local TV and radio stations. You haven't been sponsoring groups and events, and all the first year you're going to be disseminating yourself into the market. So if you can grab 1% in the first year, that'd be fantastic. What is 1% of 1.3 million? Is that 1,300?
I believe so, which would be fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fabulous. 100% it would. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay.
And let's even cut it in half. And let's say half of your population is not in a place where they're even considering a bed. Well, half of 1,300 is what? We'll call it 650, right? So yeah, if we can sell 650 in the first year, that's a great start.
Okay. And same with the email list?
If you can get your list to convert at 1%.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Okay. That's fine.
We can probably get a little bit more.
I'm just looking for a benchmark, and if I do better, great. And, that's all.
Right. I think 1% would be a nice start for that.
Perfect. That's what I need. I just want to have a goal and go for that. So thank you.
Yes, because to not have a plan is to have a plan and fail. You're perfect, Mark.
That's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Great stuff, sir. Let's hop over to Sarah. What's cracking, Sarah?
Hey, Dante, can you do me a favor and show me how to connect ZenDrop to ClickFunnels?
Yeah, of course I can. Of course I can. If I can get into mine, we will be cooking with gas. Let me see. It's probably going to be this. Yeah, bingo. Okay. Spotlight. Okay, so inside of ZenDrop, you can see that I'm already connected to my ClickFunnels account. The main thing to learn here is connecting your ZenDrop to ClickFunnels happens from inside of your ZenDrop account. Most connections are going to happen from your ClickFunnels account. You go into your ClickFunnels account, and then you go into, go into your ClickFunnels account. We're going to hop down here to our workspace settings. And then you can go to your integrations. And most times when you're integrating things to ClickFunnels, you'll use this and you can go right from inside of ClickFunnels to that. But you'll see nowhere on this list do we have ZenDrop anywhere. We have a couple other Z's, but not ZenDrop. But if I go to my connected integrations, or excuse me, my external, we can see that my ZenDrop has been connected. So it all happens from inside of ZenDrop. Now, when we go to ZenDrop, I believe, do we go to our plan? No, we go to, now I'm forgetting where we do it from ZenDrop. Let me see really quick. Let's go here. I thought my brain was going to kick on when I did that.
You make me feel better about having issue because every time I go and try to do it, it makes me create a new store.
No, you will not have to do that. And bingo. How silly is this? I have the video on the integrating ZenDrop, and I have
it's
to go
you.
back to my own doc. Okay. Nice. We do it from ClickFunnels now. Amazing. So I'm going to link this doc for you in the chat, Sarah. This is going to walk you through everything. But you can go to your ClickFunnels account, go to your workspace, go to the products tab, select all products, then click the add from ZenDrop button. So go back to our account. Hop over here to products, all products. And then right here, add from Zendrop. And then this is going to push you to, where did that doc just go? Did I just lose that? This is going to push you to this exact screen. Have you ever seen this screen before, Sarah?
I haven't seen this screen because unfortunately fortunately my Zendrop is attached to Shopify.
Ah, okay. Here we go. I think have you spoken to Zendrop support about this?
I haven't yet.
I'm going to encourage you to do that, Sarah. I just don't know exactly what updates they have and haven't pushed yet. And my job gets really hard because I know the thing's coming, but I don't know what is live. So I'm just not fully sure if this is live yet where you can have multiple integrations into your Zendrop account.
Okay.
Last I checked, you could have either Shopify or ClickFunnels, but it was one integration. So if you wanted to use it across both, you would just have two entry-level Zendrop accounts, one connected to Shopify, one connected to ClickFunnels. But I know it was on the roadmap to have multiple integrations, and they may very well have it by now. So best thing to do in this case would just be to get with Zendrop support so they can facilitate the best way for you to connect multiple accounts.
Okay. Okay. Second question for you.
Yeah.
For all of our affiliate accounts, we should create that funnel. Is there a cheat sheet for that funnel where somebody's already created affiliate funnels and we can just cut and paste?
I don't know that we have that template right now. This is a great question. And what do you mean? You are an affiliate of multiple offers, so you want to put out your bridge pages where you can promote the offer and then send people to go buy?
Right. I'm a ClickFunnels affiliate, and then I have the PRL affiliate. I mean, I have access to all of that. And while I am still shaping who I am, I'm trying to take advantage of the stuff that I have that should be a little bit simpler than me creating my own course and all of that.
Yes. Okay. I hear you loud and clear. Okay, let me see if we have a bridge template. Almost there. Let me see. Cool, we do. All right. So, here's what I did. I just made a new funnel, and then I went to my plus, and then I added a new page. Then I went and I searched. I'm in the opt-in category right now, but you can go to the all category as well. And I just searched bridge because that's what you're creating. They're called bridge pages. It's basically you're the bridge between the people and the offer. Bridge pages are simple. They're one standalone page. It presents the offer and the opportunity. All the buttons on the bridge page go to the URL, which is your specific affiliate URL. So we have a couple different templates here. We have this bridge page, which is what Russell's used forever as his bridge page. We have an affiliate products bridge page. I don't know why these previews are not showing up for me right now. That's really interesting. But they're all beautiful templates. You can use any of these pages as a starting point. And I would just find the one that you think is closest to what you're trying to do at the start. Use that template, make your edits and tweaks, launch, baby.
Okay, okay. No,
Bingo.
because I'm getting plenty of traffic on the ClickFunnels offer that I have out there, but I don't have a bridge to it. So it's something for them to go and look at, and it's like it's nice, but it's not converting.
Right. And that's what a bridge page is really for. So it actually converts.
Okay, okay.
What other questions do we have, Sarah?
The last question, when we create the webinar for the funnel, I have this beautiful webinar that talks about fear and failure, but I don't know anymore if it fits into my product down the line. So when I create my big offer, I have started, as I've continued to develop it, I don't feel like it fits. And so I've been retweaking my webinar, because my webinar should tie to my offer bundle. Because I know the webinar is going to be the hook, the story of why I'm doing this, but it really should relate to what I'm ultimately offering at the very end. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And so how do I get out of my own way? I just start over?
Yeah, well, it sounds like something has changed, right? Like your offer has changed. Is that what's
No,
happened?
my offer is the same, but when I started creating the webinar, I don't know if I created it more like a speech versus a webinar. And
Right,
ultimately
more
in my
like a
mind, it became a
keynote.
speech. So with the speech, I don't have this dramatic offer that ties into, I don't have this transition that ties into really what I'm speaking about. And so it was a speech because that's something I'm passionate about. But oh, by the way, this is what I want to sell. And so I think I probably got caught up in my own head.
Probably, as we all do, Sarah, many times. Yeah. So if your offer is this, and what you created was realistically a keynote presentation, a keynote speech, not a webinar, not a one-to-many presentation geared to sell. So let's make a webinar following Russell's perfect webinar that he's teaching, and let's make that webinar to sell the offer. Because you still have an asset. You're an author, speaker, coach, and consultant. So as you go on stages, you still have something amazing to talk about. Fear versus failure. That's huge. We're never going to stop talking about that. You still have a great asset. But if it's not going to sell like we know it needs to, then 100%, let's make that webinar.
Okay. Okay. No, thank you. Thank you for listening, because I'm really trying to get out of my own head. I do that so well.
Me too. I'm so good at getting in my own way. I'm so good at letting these nonsensical thoughts that don't have anything to do with anything get in my way and rule my thinking. There's nothing wrong with you. We've all go through this.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dante.
Always, Sarah. Always. Yeah, Jacqueline, we do have an offer, an auto webinar, excuse me. That's actually the goal of what we want you guys to do here. Let's do our first webinars live, and let's do them live until we hit it perfect. And then when we hit it perfect, we can run auto webinars, 100%. Great question, Jacqueline. All right, look at us. We are moving. Let me get this spotlight down so I can see everybody. Yes, we are moving and grooving. Awesome, awesome job, everyone. Fantastic. And this is a really great day. I know a lot of you guys got to see Trey today. We love time with Trey. This Friday, we'll have time with Russell, and that's going to be amazing, as it always is. Tons of experts with tons of questions. But guys, I'm just really proud of all of you. Honestly, Sarah, do you have something else?
I do.
Okay.
Russell offered the ZenDrop store, where you can download the store.
Yes.
Do you need to create a funnel for that entire store? Unfortunately,
Nope.
when you're all in, you get so much that you get overwhelmed. But do you need to create a funnel for the whole store? Because the store comes with many products.
It does. You don't need to create a funnel for your store. You want to create a funnel for the products in the store. So like, this is a really great question, Sarah. We don't want to run ads to a storefront. So if I run ads to a storefront, that means that I'm just dumping my customer. Let's say I run an ad and my ad is for a dog toy, but then I take them to my storefront, and the first things they see on that storefront are not the dog toy that they were looking for. It's leashes and collars and dog outfits, right? Well, next thing you know, a customer clicked on my ad wanting this product, but then they got taken to a storefront page where there's tons of products and all these categories and all these places to click. And I don't know where I am and I don't know where I need to go. I just wanted to get this thing I saw in the ad, but now we take them to a page. It's completely dependent upon customer action. Customers have to click through. Customers have to find that product. Then they can go and buy. So we want to have funnels on the front end of our stores always. We run ads right to a funnel. So if I run an ad for a dog toy, when they click on that ad, they get taken to a funnel that is selling that exact dog toy. Then they buy that dog toy. They go through my upsells and my downsells where I can increase my average cart value, or my average order value is another way you might hear that. So we run ads to a funnel. Funnels make the sales. Funnels convert at a higher rate. Then on the back end, after we generate the sale and the customer, then we can send them over to our store. Hey, you might want to check out some of our other popular products on our store page. Then they can go over there. Now they can browse around. Now they can look, and now you can generate other sales. And those next sales that come when they go to the store, that's through your internal marketing efforts. So you don't have to pay Zuckerberg for that. You just sent an email or a text or put a reminder out to your community, right? That's all free money.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome. You got it. Great questions, Sarah. Great questions. All right. So, man, an hour goes by fast, doesn't it? Jeez Louise. It's never enough time. But thank you guys for being here. Oh, Jonathan, I'm still trying to figure out the webinar. I know what it is, but how would I make one is what I'm trying to figure out. Or what would it be for, rather? Maybe imposter syndrome. Great questions that are all answered in that expert training, Jonathan. You are not even close to the first one to ask those questions, and Russell breaks it all down in the perfect webinar training. Remember, businesses are just solutions to problems. That's all that they are. Offers, which is what a webinar promotes. Offers are just solutions to problems. That's all that they are. So definitely check that training out, especially now that you're live and you have a little bit of time on your hands. So thank you guys for being with me. Oh, I have another session I have to go pop off to. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same link as well. I have posts in all the communities, and I'm sure you guys are seeing them, but just in case you should happen to not, or maybe you're like mobile tomorrow. Maybe you're saying, I'm driving around and I don't know how to act. It's the same exact Zoom link for your challenge. So feel free to